गुड इवनिंग. आज इट्स अ वेरी ब्रॉड डिस्कशन. मैं बहुत ज़्यादा स्पेसिफिक कोई प्रोजेक्ट्स नहीं रेकमेंड कर रहा हूँ, या it's a general discussion about certain builders which I would not say they are the best people, but I, in my personal dealings, in my understanding, in my client dealings, have been able to have a certain comfort level, and I would prefer to call these builders as comfortable builders to work with in terms of buying real estate, in terms of investing in under construction projects, etc. अब और उससे पहले एक डिस्क्वालीफायर मैं देता हूँ कि कोई भी 100% एथिकल बिजनेसेस एटलीस्ट मेरे एक्सपीरियंस में नहीं मिले हैं, या जैसा हम परसीव करते हैं बाय दो स्टैंडर्ड्स. And builders in particular have a very difficult and unsavory reputation. और ऐसा नहीं है that it's without reason. Builders also are responsible to a large degree for that kind of a reputation. So, if on a spectrum one would say that between black and white, then these five builders I'll speak to you about today would be lighter shades of gray and acceptable gray, and आपको इनके भी कंप्लेंट्स मिलेंगे, क्लाइंट्स के, बायर्स के, कंस्ट्रक्शन इश्यूज के, थोड़ा बहुत कुछ डिलेस के. बट ओवरऑल इन माय एनालिसिस द कंप्लेंट्स oblique the issues are within acceptable ranges, and the prices at which they position their projects as compared to the peers do make investment sense for their buyers oblique investors. इतना ज्यादा भी नहीं होता है कि बायर को बहुत ज्यादा लंबे टाइम तक प्रॉफिटेबिलिटी के लिए वेट करना पड़े, और इतना कम भी नहीं है कि बिल्डर को अपने आप को अफ्लोट रखने के लिए ही लिक्विडिटी प्रॉब्लम्स हो या मार्केट में ही ना रह पाए. सो आई वुड से दैट विद दैट काइंड ऑफ अ बैलेंस, these five builders is what I'll talk about today. And I'm not talking about national brands, Tata, Godrej, Shapurji, DLF, Birla, Mahindra. वो सबको पता है that they are national, big, branded, capitalized, and so. लेकिन उन लोगों का जो प्रोडक्ट होता है वो यूजुअली मार्केट से 25-30% के मार्कअप पर होता है. सो इन्वेस्टर को वहाँ ब्रांड नेम का कंफर्ट मिलता है इन टर्म्स ऑफ बाइंग समथिंग फ्रॉम दीज बिल्डर्स, बट उसके एवज में, उसके कॉस्ट साइड में, दे हैव टू पे अ हायर प्राइस फॉर बाइंग दोज ब्रांड नेम्स. सो माय फोकस वुड बी a tier of builders which probably do not have that kind of brand name which these national brands have, but whose works are comparable, in fact, in some sense better than even these national brands if we are able to overlook certain things. तो उस पर बातचीत करेंगे. And what are the five broad criteria basis which I am making this recommendation? One, longevity. कितने समय से वो रियल एस्टेट डेवलपमेंट बिजनेस में हैं, एंड व्हाई इज दैट इंपॉर्टेंट? दैट हाउ मेनी साइकिल्स ऑफ booms and bursts, ups and downs they would have seen, learned, gone through difficulties, gone through phases of easy sales, prosperity, and how did that impact their businesses and their thought process and their executions. Second, total completed project. कि इतने समय में उन्होंने कितना काम एक्चुअल में करके दिया, बोथ इन टर्म्स ऑफ क्वालिटी एंड द प्रोडक्ट मिक्स, की किस तरह के प्रोडक्ट्स उन्होंने बनाए, व्हाट हैज बीन देयर काइंड ऑफ स्टेप बाय स्टेप जर्नी. थर्ड, रिव्यूज ऑफ देयर प्रोडक्ट्स बाय द यूजर्स. अब अगर कोई 10-20-30 साल से काम कर रहा है और बना रहा है, और लोग उनके बनाए हुए प्रोडक्ट्स में रहते हैं, यूज करते हैं, ऑफिस जाते हैं, तो देर आर गोइंग टू बी रिव्यूज, एंड रिव्यूज अबाउट द क्वालिटी ऑफ कंस्ट्रक्शन, रिव्यूज अबाउट द काइंड ऑफ service orientation they have, their responsiveness, etc. And then what all geographies, although my experience is mostly limited to NCR and that to Gurgaon and nearby, so these five builders have a limitation there, but इसके अंदर कहाँ पर ये है, ये स्टैंड करते हैं, एंड व्हाट इज द प्रेजेंट एक्सपोजर, आज की डेट में इन्होंने कितने बेट्स ले रखे हैं, वेयर डू दे स्टैंड इन टर्म्स ऑफ कि टुडे वुड दे बी एबल टू डिलीवर। आई मीन ऐसा तो नहीं है कि पिछले 20 साल तो बहुत अच्छा काम किया और अभी जो है वो अचानक से इतना बड़ा बेट लिया हुआ है कि पता नहीं कर पाएंगे नहीं। सो संयम कितना है एज ऑफ टुडे, एंड दैट इज टू माय माइंड a very important criteria, because having seen the likes of Unitech and Supertech who had long delivery records, and because they lost their balance somewhere in the journey, is what was the primary reason for their downfalls. So अगर मैं इन 5 criteria के basis पे बोलूँगा, so NCR Gurgaon and adjoining में there are 5 builders and I'll name them in alphabetical order: Ashiana, Bestech, SS Group, Rehan Home Developers, and Tulip Builders. So these are the 5 builders which I would classify as comfort builders in terms of real estate in Gurgaon and nearby. And we'll go over them step by step. Ashiana, uh, 4 decades of experience, 40 plus years. They have deliveries across 10 cities oblique markets. It's a listed company, enjoys a very good reputation in the stock markets. It has a price by earning ratio of 75. Investors, that means the shareholders, want to be shareholders of the company. It has won a couple of reality brand awards, although I'll not consider that. अभी तक इनका टोटल लगभग 15,000 अपार्टमेंट्स की डिलीवरी है 40 साल में, 23 million square feet रफली ओवरऑल करते हैं तो 35 प्लस छोटे बड़े प्रोजेक्ट्स मिलाकर के डिलीवर्ड हैं। और ये थीम बेस्ड डिटेलिंग अच्छा करते हैं। दे हैव 3 themes: किड सेंट्रिक एंड प्रीमियम होम्स एंड senior living में they are the pioneers and as of now number 1 in terms of that particular product. They have their own construction team, which when I say that, what I mean to say, even the important masons and a semi-skilled category of workers are their on-roll employees, which gives them a lot of capacity to deliver and continue to improve the organizational learning as they progress with their different products. Slow, steady builder. बहुत ज़्यादा बाजार के उछाल से they don't get swayed away. ना ही ऐसा होता है कि रिसेशन आ गया या कोविड आ गया या मार्केट में अब बहुत ज़्यादा सेल्स पुश नहीं मिल रहा है तो बिल्कुल काम रुक गया है। Also, they have their own maintenance teams. So they maintain most of their products by themselves, and as a result, they are able to provide. They stand by what they deliver. The positionings are mostly upper middle class, corporate, officers of the government, and that's where they position themselves. As of today, they have around 14 odd projects under various stages of development, ongoing, under construction. Jaipur, Gurgaon, Pune, Bhiwadi, and couple of other places. Stable sales, बहुत ज़्यादा बजर्क नहीं होते हैं कि बस अब क्या कर दें. They want to sell, deliver, make a reasonable profit, and stay with their clients. If I have to rate them out of a rating of 5, I would rate them slightly 4 plus kind of a thing, and I would say they are quite a comfortable builder brand to work with to put your investments. Next is Bestech. Bestech was started in the 1992 by 2 friends, Mr. Dharmendra Bhandari and Shri Sunil Satija ji. They were initially engineers, contractors. They have done a lot of building, construction work as civil EPC contractors. They have done a lot of work with Jaipurias, constructed for them. As late as around 7-8 years ago, they used to be having a proper full-fledged construction division other than the development division. To their credit, they have around 25 million square feet delivery, 12,000 plus apartments, 11 residential projects, more than 10 acres. I mean, full-fledged residential projects in West Tech. Some very, very reckonable and well-reviewed projects. 6 office space के standalone commercial projects भी deliver कर चुके हैं, and they have also delivered 5 retail projects. That's the shopping. When I say office spaces, it means the ITES kind of a office space, and retail is a mixture commercial usage, including one in Mohali. And they've also developed 3 hotels which are operated by Radisson as a brand. So Best Tech Group, मतलब they kind of एक साथ चलते हैं, मार्केट के मूवमेंट से बहुत ज़्यादा विचलित नहीं होते हैं, और जितनी अपनी कैपेसिटी है उतना काम करते हैं. They have consistently improved their capacity, given deliveries to investors, or the company has not developed just basis the marketing strength. I would say they stick to what they can do in the capacity they can do. As of now, they're developing a project by the name of Best Tech Altura in Sector 79. Again, a regular housing project as per the government of Haryana's housing policy. And इसी के बिल्कुल adjoining गोदरेज का एक project अभी launch होना है. Altura is under construction, would be delivered in around 2 odd years, tower-wise towers. उस project से the price is around 20%, 15% lesser. So if I have to recommend a project to a client vis-a-vis in that location, vis-a-vis Godrej, I would recommend this. Delivery time पहले है, comparable delivery strength है, the price is at least 15% lower, and given the past track record, given the construction quality, it's good. What is not so good? I personally feel that Best Tech would have branded themselves better. You know, the marketing oomph is missing. A lot of people don't really know as to the kind of work, and they have actually delivered some very good premium quality projects. World Spa, sorry, not World Spa, Grand Spa, Sanskruti, etc. But they have not been able to kind of come to the conscious memory of investors, and they do not have a very widespread channel. Comfort rating, I would say again 4 out of 5, if not 4 plus, definitely 4 out of 5. Third builder which I would recommend is SS Group. The group is headed by a member of parliament, Mr. S.S. Jaunpuria, he and his sons. And this is a group wherein, if you track the journey, they have now 29 years, मतलब लगभग 3 decades का experience इनको भी होने वाला है. So they are the kind of people who started working, who realized that this is their strength, and they are not essentially engineers, they are not essentially technically very well qualified. So they'll have to step by step start learning things. They do not have unlimited marketing acumen or capabilities, so they just can't amass money from the market. And when they started, there were bigger brands operating in the market, and they had to establish themselves. So they took it slow. Initially, they just came out with a plotted project by the name of Mayfield Gardens, because plots naturally are easier in terms of deliveries. जमीन लेकर के उनमें बहुत ज़्यादा कंस्ट्रक्शन का एफर्ट नहीं होता है. They delivered that project, then they started with low rise. वो शुरू में जो बनते थे ground plus 3, आज वाला stilt plus 3 या 4 वाला नहीं, ground plus 3 वाले फ्लोर्स बनाए, 10-20 प्लॉट लिए बनाए, फिर 20 प्लॉट लिए बनाए, उस तरह से करके. So South End, Lilac, then they did some villas, and then they started experimenting with a slightly more complicated and, as a result, a more high risk thing in terms of high rise buildings. So they started with a joint venture, 2 tower banaya. I think that was with BPTP. They had a joint venture, successfully delivered. Then they came out with their first project with more confidence, which was Hibiscus. They delivered that in Sector 50 Gurgaon, delivered Coral Wood in Sector 84, delivered Leaf in Sector 85. And then they continue to deliver and perform. मतलब सधे हुए कदमों से आगे बढ़े, कोई हड़बड़ी नहीं, उतना ही काम किया जितना कमिटमेंट किया, जितना काम कर सकते थे. They have consistently improved their construction capability, customer satisfaction. And you know, a lot of time people say कि this builder is backed by a politician. में इसका now Mr. S.S. Jaunpuria has been a MLA 2 times from Sona and is a present sitting member of parliament of the ruling party. BJP 2019 में भी थे and 2014 also. In spite of that, you don't see a growth which cannot be, organically tracked, or where you still are wondering कि यार इतना पैसा अचानक से कहाँ से आया होगा. So in spite of having that kind of an access to the government, in spite of being in member of parliament from the ruling dispensation, they continue to have a balance and a balanced growth and working and focusing on deliveries. As of now, they have two undergoing under construction residential projects. One is SS Linden Floor, another one is SN Sindana. Linden Floor would get delivered in another 2 odd years. Sindana is around 5 years from now. उसको भी ये लोग market करना start करेंगे और अच्छे से. And दो तीन commercials हैं 49, 84, 86. So well within their capacities to deliver. इनके साथ क्या missing है? The fine CRM touch. They are a little rough kind of a builder. Desi type लोग हैं, belonging to the basic Jat Gujar clans of Haryana. So the upper middle class, white collar, corporate working buyers at time find their approach not exactly the kind of MNCs they work in. So I would say in terms of difference, the difference would be what you expect in what you see in Bikaner Wala and McDonald's. Bikaner Wala is good food, but the service element definitely needs to be worked upon if they are competing with McDonald's. Though I believe with time, SS Group will work on that also and improve the customer experience in terms of those finer points, which is not because of money but because of the way you look at things. Comfort rating, I would say 3.5 out of 5. Next builder is Trehan Home Developers. My personal experience, very humble people, completely focused on work. पूरी तरह से down to earth, started by a man who is completely self-made, Mr. Harsh Trehan. He started as a floor builder in Greenfield, Faridabad. Construction करते गए, काम लिया करते गए, काम लिया करते गए. Nothing too big in terms of saying that मैं इतना बड़ा आदमी हूँ, but उस सब के बावजूद 25 साल में they have delivered 10,000 plus apartments, 16 projects, 10 million square feet. Even in pre-RERA days, and that is when I realized that there are good people in the industry. In pre-RERA days, I had gone to them. We are working on a deal. There were some armed forces officers who wanted to buy some investment properties in Bhiwadi. उस वक्त में जब कारपेट एरिया का लोगों ने सुना नहीं होता था, रेहान बिल्डर्स ने अपने बुकिंग एप्लीकेशन में यूनिट के साथ में इंटरनल डायमेंशंस लिख करके बाहर से साइन करवाया कि ये हम आपको ऐसा कारपेट एरिया देंगे, ये सुपर एरिया है. एंड दिस वाज प्री रेरा डेज. So you can go and then Bhiwadi got stuck by a lull in demand due to affordable and market took a downturn. In spite of that, Rehan has delivered 100% as of today in Bhiwadi. There could have been some delays. They took a personal hit, lowered their stock prices, sold faster, continued to deliver. So I would say, and you have a problem, you approach the management team. The MD is more than open to meet you and discuss and try and solve the problem. So I would say a very good builder, no hanky-panky, no fancy stuffs, positioned at middle class manufacturing in Bhiwadi and Nalwar. So anyone who's looking at small ticket investments with them, they can be looking at 16, 17, 20, 25 lakhs kind of investments in Bhiwadi in their ready projects. And now they are also, and उसके बाद इन्होंने बहुत सारे इंडिपेंडेंट फ्लोर्स के कंस्ट्रक्शन गुड़गांव में भी किए पिछले 4-5 साल में, अंसल्स के अंदर सेक्टर 39 में, अंसल एसेंशिया सेक्टर 67. And now they are doing floor constructions on the golf course extension road with some plots they purchase in Adani and some they are doing with Anantraj के कुछ plots लेकर के they are doing construction. They have stuck to their core competence that we are builders, will deliver. And ongoing, these are two projects starting at 2.4 crore onwards. Bhiwadi में 16 to 25 lakh type stock है, ready to move. I am very confident they'll deliver on time and the buyers will benefit. They provide very good value for money to their investors. What is needed is probably एक तो इनका commercial development में इतना exposure या portfolio नहीं है. दूसरा again, they are also not very polished in terms of coming across to a client. Comfort rating, I would put them at par with any of the top-notch builders, 4 out of 5. Last is Tulips. It's a Jain family from Sonipat. Praveen Jain, Vipin Jain, Vikas Jain. They started around 2 decades ago, 18 years. Started with a project in Pataudi. I think the name was Grand. And then they came out, they did a lot of development, 2 projects on the Pataudi Road. जब Pataudi Road इतना सुनने में भी नहीं था, Petals and Ace. And then they did a lot of development on the southern peripheral road at a time when SPR was not exactly the way it is today. And they have continuously delivered their violet, orange, white, ivory, etc., etc. 12 odd projects, 5,500 units delivered, good reviews. Again, simple state business people, no cash dealings, no under the table kind of a thing. As of now, they have 2 undergoing projects. One is on the golf course road. That's, I would say, an ambitious project by the name of Tulip Monsala. 1 unit is at around 7 crores. It's a big bet. And another one is a residential plotted project in Dharwada, जो ये 3 महीने में occupation वगैरह ले लेंगे, 3 से 4 महीने. Again, weak in the commercial portfolio, commercial side, but growing. I would rate them 3.5 out of 5 for 2 reasons. अभी एक तो इनको थोड़ा समय कम हुआ है, 18 ही साल हुए हैं रियल एस्टेट बिजनेस में. और दूसरा मोन्सेला वाली बेट एम्बिशियस है. अगर और एक इन्होंने कोई साथ में बड़ी बेट ली तो फिर मेरा कॉन्फिडेंस थोड़ा सा शेकअप हो जाएगा. बट इफ दे आर फोकस्ड ऑन मोन्सेला, then I have a feeling that they'll be able to deliver a good quality, reckonable project. So now, why do I recommend these builders? And it's because when you speak to them, when you work with them, you realize they are not very over jealous, over ambitious, strong marketing pitches नहीं है. इनके स्टाफ टर्नओवर बहुत जल्दी नहीं होते कि आज आप मिलने गए 3 महीने बाद गए तो आदमी बदल गया. दे वेरी लॉन्ग डिलीवरी हिस्ट्रीज. इन सब में सबसे कम ट्यूलिप है विच इज 18 years. सबसे ज्यादा आशियाना है विच इज 40 years. They have continuously built their construction and delivery capabilities at a 12 to 15% compounded annual growth rate. छोटे से स्टार्ट किया, फिर बढ़ाया, फिर आई एम श्योर कंस्ट्रक्शन करते हैं आप, कोई भी काम करते हैं, गलतियां होती हैं, इन्होंने भी करी होंगी, बट दे हैव कंटिन्यूसली इम्प्रूव्ड एंड स्टेड टू बी इन द बिजनेस. आपको इनके साथ ना बहुत सारी वो हाई पिच्ड सेल्स स्कीम्स ऑफरिंग्स नहीं मिलेंगी. एक का 5 करोड़ डबल धमाका कर लो, आज मास्टर स्ट्रोक कर लो, और आज एक फिर उसके बाद में 2000 डीलर्स की डीलर मीट करवा करके और शैंपेन्स पिला. नो, ये दे डोंट इनवाइट मूवी स्टार्स, दे डोंट need to market themselves like that. They are solid builders, basic promise of delivery, basic fulfillment of delivery. May not be 5-star experience, but no fake promises, no losses to the buyers, to the investors. आप अब इसको कंपेयर कीजिएगा, एक दो अभी द्वारका एक्सप्रेसवे एसपीआर में लॉन्चेस चल रहे हैं नाउ. ट्यूलिप मोन्सेला which is on the golf course road is being offered almost at the same square feet price which is being offered by a builder on the द्वारका एक्सप्रेसवे, जो भी रणबीर सिंह को बुला लेता है. और this is another famous personality from Hollywood, from Bollywood, करण जौहर. वो ब्रोकर्स को अवार्ड सेरेमनीज कर रहे हैं. इधर दूसरा जो है बोल रहा है कि मैंने शाहपुर जी के साथ टाई अप कर लिया. एंड वी यूज्ड टू हियर सिमिलर थिंग्स व्हेन महेंद्र सिंह धोनी यूज्ड टू बी. दीज ऑल पीपल आर परचेज्ड, देयर टाइम इज परचेज्ड व्हेन यू पे देम मनी. उसी प्राइस का गोल्फ कोर्स रोड के ऊपर प्रोजेक्ट मिल रहा है and people are not talking about it because Tulip probably is not able to market themselves like that, but has a far better delivery record. The location is far better as compared to Dwarka Expressway, but that's how the world works. So I can say that these five builders can be considered by people who are looking to make investments or big purchases in real estate. But I would like to make a disclaimer here. I work with these builders, hence please use your filters before making any investment with them also. Do your diligence. Don't take my words on face value. My confidence about these builders is high, but that doesn't mean I am 100% right or I am 100% without internal motivations.
You gotta focus on yourself, on your faith, on your dreams, on your mind.